Life is not easy. It never was, and it never will be. Every sunrise brings another round of tests, another punch to absorb, another mountain to climb, another voice inside your head whispering, "Give up!" But life doesn't care about your excuses, your pain, or how tired you are. It demands that you rise anyway. It demands that you show up even when everything in you wants to quit. The truth is, no one is coming to save you. No miracle, no shortcut, no handout. What you want, you earn. What you dream, you build. And what you fight for, you bleed for. The world will break you before it crowns you. It will tear you down to see if you have the strength to rebuild. Every failure, every heartbreak, every betrayal, it's all part of the process that forges warriors out of ordinary souls. The grind isn't punishment, it's preparation. Pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. You either learn from it or you let it destroy you. Life is fecking hard, man. But that's the point, because the ones who rise through the struggle, who keep moving forward when others stop, those are the ones who become unstoppable. Pain is the most honest thing life will ever give you. It doesn't lie, it doesn't flatter, and it doesn't pretend. Pain strips away the illusions you've built around yourself. It removes the noise, the comfort, the excuses, until all that's left is the truth, who you really are when everything else is gone. Most people run from pain, they hide from it, numb it, drown it in distraction. But the ones who grow, the ones who rise, they face it. They look it in the eye and let it do what it was meant to do, teach. Because every ounce of pain carries a message, a lesson written in fire and struggle. When you're in pain, you're alive, you're growing. Every tear, every scar, every sleepless night means something is changing within you. Pain is the language of transformation. It's how life shapes you into the person you were meant to become. When everything is easy, you learn nothing. Comfort breeds softness, but when you're tested, when life hits hard and doesn't stop, you start to see what you're made of. You start to understand that pain isn't punishment, it's guidance. It's life saying, you're not there yet. Keep going. You can't develop mental toughness in comfort. You can't build strength without resistance. Think of a muscle. It grows only when it's torn, only when it's pushed to its limit, only when it breaks down and rebuilds stronger. The mind is no different. Every setback, every heartbreak, every failure is just another repetition in the gym of life. And each one makes you stronger, sharper, harder to break. Pain teaches you patience. It teaches you humility. It teaches you to stop expecting things to be easy and start expecting yourself to be better. There's a moment in pain where most people stop. That moment when it's too heavy, too hard, too much. That's the line between the weak and the strong. Because the ones who push through that line, the ones who take one more step when it feels impossible, they unlock something few ever will. Pain teaches you how to keep moving when there's no motivation left. It forces you to rely not on emotion, but on commitment. It shows you that growth doesn't come when you feel like it, but when you act despite how you feel. You learn discipline in pain. You learn focus in pain. You learn who your real friends are, who believes in you, and who disappears when things get hard. Pain clears your path of pretenders. It reveals truth in people and situations in yourself. It's a mirror showing you your weaknesses, not to shame you, but to strengthen you. And if you listen carefully, pain always whispers the same thing. You're stronger than you think. When you start to see pain as a teacher instead of an enemy, everything changes. You stop avoiding challenges. You stop fearing rejection. You stop letting obstacles break your spirit. Instead, you begin to chase the things that scare you. You walk toward the fire because deep down you know that every hard thing you face, every failure you endure is shaping you into someone who can handle more, achieve more, become more. Pain humbles you. It reminds you that nothing great ever comes easy. Every champion, every success story, every legend you admire has been broken before they rose. They faced losses, betrayal, fear, and doubt, but they didn't let pain defeat them. They learned from it. They used it as fuel. They used it as proof that they were alive, that they were willing to fight for something that mattered. Pain also builds gratitude. It teaches you to appreciate peace when you find it, to value the small victories, to respect the journey, not just the destination. Because when you've walked through hell, even the smallest moments of light feel like miracles. Pain gives you perspective. It reminds you of what's real, what matters, and what's worth fighting for. Most people pray for an easy life, but the truth is, an easy life will never make you great. You should pray for the strength to handle the hard one. because the hard one is where you discover your purpose. Pain teaches you to rise after every fall, to rebuild after every loss, to keep faith when there's no evidence left. It teaches you that you don't need everything to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. The day you stop running from pain and start learning from it is the day you begin to grow for real. Pain shapes character, builds resilience, and creates leaders. It gives birth to confidence that can't be faked. It carves your soul into something unshakable. You don't get that from comfort. You get it from the moments that break you down and demand that you rise again. Every scar tells a story. Every wound is a lesson. Pain doesn't make you weaker. It forges you into something stronger, something real. It's the reminder that even in your worst moments, you are still capable of more. It's the fire that burns away the weakness, leaving behind only strength. Pain is not here to destroy you. It's here to prepare you for everything you ask for. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not some miracle waiting around the corner. The truth is, you are the only one responsible for your life. Every decision, every mistake, every success, it all comes back to you. The moment you accept that, the moment you stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems, everything changes. Because that's when you take back your power. That's when you stop being a victim and start becoming the author of your own story. Most people waste their lives waiting for the perfect time, waiting for motivation, waiting for help. But life doesn't wait. It keeps moving. And it doesn't care how ready you are. You can sit and hope that someone will lift you up, or you can stand and lift yourself. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's liberation. When you realize that no one owes you anything, that the world doesn't revolve around your pain, you finally see that everything you want is in your hands. Taking full responsibility means no excuses. It means owning your failures just as much as your victories. It means looking at your life exactly as it is and saying, this is on me. It's uncomfortable at first because it forces you to face the truth. You are where you are because of what you've done, what you've tolerated, and what you've refused to change. But that's also the most powerful realization you can ever have. Because if you created this version of your life, you can create a better one. When you stop blaming others, you remove the chains that keep you stuck. Blame is easy, it keeps you comfortable, it lets you point fingers instead of looking in the mirror. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you start confronting your reflection and saying, I can do better. The people who win in life aren't the ones who had everything handed to them. They're the ones who decided, no matter how unfair, how difficult, how hopeless it seemed, they would take control anyway. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't fail. It means when you do, you own it, you learn from it, you adjust, you keep moving. Life will hit you hard, sometimes in ways you don't deserve, but crying about fairness won't change a thing. The world doesn't owe you balance, it owes you nothing. You owe yourself the effort, you owe yourself the discipline to get up after every fall and keep fighting for your own destiny. When you take responsibility, you become untouchable because no one can manipulate someone who takes full ownership of their life. You stop depending on validation, on approval, on someone else's permission to move forward. You start building your own path brick by brick, no matter how rough it gets. The moment you stop expecting help, you start creating solutions. You stop looking outward and begin looking inward, into your own strength, your own potential, your own drive. Responsibility gives you freedom. It sounds like a paradox, but it's the truth. The more you take on, the lighter you feel. Because when you stop expecting others to save you, you stop being disappointed. You stop living in frustration, bitterness, and envy. You realize that the only competition that matters is between who you were yesterday and who you can be tomorrow. You start becoming the kind of person who doesn't wait for opportunities but creates them. People will tell you they care, and maybe they do, but they have their own battles. Everyone's fighting something. That's why relying on others for your survival is a losing game. You have to be your own rescue. You have to be the one who decides that no matter what happens, no matter who leaves, no matter how dark it gets, you will figure it out. You will not quit. You will not break. You will stand up and face life head on because no one else can live it for you. Taking full responsibility is the essence of power. It's not arrogance, it's awareness. It's understanding that your choices shape your reality. It's knowing that your habits, your mindset, your actions are what define your life, not luck or fate or anyone's approval. When you finally stop running from responsibility, you start running toward greatness. Because success doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the accountable. The day you stop waiting for help is the day you start helping yourself. And that's when life begins to shift. You stop being reactive and start being intentional. You stop letting things happen to you and start making things happen for you. That's where true freedom lives. Not in having everything easy, but in knowing that you can handle everything hard. Responsibility isn't the weight that breaks you, it's the strength that builds you. Every failure you've ever faced was not meant to destroy you, it was meant to reveal you. Every time life knocked you down, it was testing what you're made of. Most people see failure as the end, as proof that they weren't good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. But failure isn't the end, it's the doorway. It's the place where the weak stop and the strong begin. Because every failure carries with it a question, will you get back up? When you fail, the world doesn't end. It just asks if you're serious. Failure separates the dreamers from the doers. Anyone can want success, but few are willing to keep fighting for it after falling flat on their face. Every mistake, every rejection, every defeat is a test of your endurance. It's not about how talented you are, how lucky you get, or how much support you have. It's about how much you're willing to take and still move forward. Failure is not your enemy, it's your greatest trainer. It humbles you, sharpens you, and forces you to adapt. It strips away your ego, showing you exactly what needs to be fixed. You can't learn resilience in victory. You learn it when you lose everything, when your back is against the wall, when you've got no one cheering for you and you still keep going. That's where true character is born. The truth is, no one escapes failure. Every successful person you admire has fallen hundreds of times. The difference is, they didn't stop there. They didn't see failure as a signal to quit, but as a sign that they were getting closer. Every failed attempt taught them something new about the craft, the process themselves. Each loss built emotional armor, each rejection refined their mindset, and each setback became a stepping stone. You can't develop strength without struggle, and you can't build wisdom without loss. Failure is the ultimate mirror. It shows you who you are when the lights go out, when the crowd leaves, when it's just you and your thoughts. It asks, will you fight again? And when you do, you come back sharper, hungrier, more dangerous than before. Failure is not there to stop you, it's there to prepare you. Every failure you face gives you two choices, blame or build. You can blame circumstances, people, timing, or you can use it as raw material to build something better. When you take ownership of failure, it stops controlling you. You begin to see patterns, to understand what went wrong and how to evolve. Each failure becomes feedback, not defeat. You stop seeing life as happening to tune you and start seeing it as happening for you. Most people fail once and never try again. They build walls around their fear and call it wisdom. But the strongest people, the relentless ones, fail and keep moving. They understand that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. They don't let failure define them, they use it to redefine themselves. They let the fire burn, but they turn that fire into fuel. Failure is the foundation of greatness. It's the quiet teacher behind every champion's story, the nights of doubt, the empty bank accounts, the lonely mornings when no one believed. It's all part of the journey. It's what builds the grit, the mindset, the inner fire. Without failure, you'd never develop the strength to handle success. Because success without scars is shallow. It doesn't last. The scars are proof you fought for what you have. When you stop fearing failure, you become unstoppable. You take more risks, push more limits, live with more purpose. You stop playing small because you realize the worst that can happen is you fall. And even then, you rise again. Every time you get back up, you send a message to the world and to yourself, son, it can't be broken. That's how you earn power. That's how you earn respect from others and from the person in the mirror. The truth is, failure will visit you again and again. It doesn't care who you are or how much you've done. But if you welcome it, if you learn from it, if you let it teach you instead of break you, it will turn you into something untouchable. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. It's the grind that molds your spirit, the weight that strengthens your soul, the storm that clears your path. Every time you fail, you're not losing, you're becoming. Discipline and consistency will take you where motivation never can. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the wind. Some days you wake up ready to conquer the world. Other days you wake up broken, empty, tired. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up when your body screams rest, when your mind whispers quit, when everything around you gives you a reason to stop. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's not glamorous, it's not loud, it's not exciting, it's repetition, sacrifice, and patience. Consistency is the twin of discipline. It's the quiet force that builds empires while others sleep. It's the habit of doing one more rep, one more call, one more page, one more day, over and over again until the results start to compound. Success isn't one giant leap, it's 1,000 small steps taken when no one is watching. It's waking up early, staying late, putting in the work that others avoid. Discipline means you don't need to wait for the perfect mood, the perfect timing, or the perfect setup. You act regardless, because the truth is, the person who relies on motivation will always be outrun by the one who relies on discipline. Discipline doesn't care about how you feel. It only cares about what you do. It's the part of you that keeps going when the excitement fades, when the initial fire burns out, when progress slows. It's the part that reminds you why you started in the first place. You can't build greatness by doing things only when you feel good. You build greatness by doing them, especially when you don't. Every day you choose discipline, you sharpen your edge. Every day you stay consistent, you strengthen your willpower. And over time, that consistency turns into confidence, and that confidence turns into power. The truth is, the world belongs to the disciplined, to the ones who show up early, stay late, and never complain, to the ones who build habits that carry them through pain, boredom, and failure. Discipline is what keeps you grounded when life throws chaos your way. It gives you structure when everything else feels uncertain. It's what separates those who talk about success from those who live it. Because talent fades, motivation fades, but discipline endures. When you make discipline your default, your results become predictable. You stop chasing temporary highs and start building long-term success. Consistency turns effort into excellence. Every day you stay committed adds another brick to the foundation of your legacy. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up again and again, no matter how many times you fall short, because consistency doesn't demand perfection, it demands effort. And effort repeated endlessly becomes mastery. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret, from doubt, from weakness. When you live with discipline, you no longer depend on moods or luck. You depend on your standards. You don't hope for a better life. You create it through consistent action. Most people never realize how close they were to changing everything because they stopped too soon. They gave up one repetition before breakthrough, one day before progress, one try before success. Discipline is what makes sure you never stop before the finish line. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you build strength that can't be taken away. Every morning you rise early, every night you stay focused, every moment you choose to work instead of procrastinate. You're winning battles no one else can see. That's what builds mental toughness. That's what makes you unstoppable. Discipline isn't punishment, it's power. It's the proof that you control yourself, not the other way around. Consistency is the compounding interest of success. You may not see the results immediately, but day after day, they grow quietly beneath the surface. And one day, when everyone else wonders how you did it, you'll know it wasn't luck, it wasn't motivation, it was the grind. The hours you put in when no one was watching, the effort you gave when no one cared. Discipline gave you the strength to endure, and consistency gave you the momentum to win. That's the secret few understand. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is not talent, not luck. It's daily effort done relentlessly, without applause, without reward, without rest. Discipline and consistency don't give you instant gratification, they give you lasting transformation. Because the real victory isn't in one big moment of success, it's in the thousands of small moments when you refuse to quit. The struggle is the forge that creates the unstoppable. Every challenge, every hardship, every sleepless night, it's all part of the process that molds you into something greater. Struggle is not punishment, it's transformation. It's the fire that burns away weakness, comfort, and fear until only strength remains. The ones who try to avoid struggle never grow. They spend their lives chasing comfort and wondering why nothing changes. But the ones who embrace the grind, who walk through the storm instead of running from it, they're the ones who rise. They're the ones who become unbreakable. The struggle tests you in ways nothing else can. It strips you down, exposes your limits, and dares you to push past them. It will break you, humiliate you, and make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. But if you keep moving, if you refuse to surrender, the very pain that once felt unbearable becomes the foundation of your power. The more you struggle, the more you evolve. The more you fight, the more capable you become. Growth is not born in ease, it's forged in resistance. Think about it. Steel only becomes strong after being tempered in fire. The same rule applies to you. Every setback, every rejection, every failure is just another hammer strike shaping your destiny. You don't build resilience and comfort, you build it through chaos. When everything feels like it's falling apart, that's when the real building begins. The struggle is the universe's way of asking, how bad do you really want it? Most people quit when it gets hard. But the unstoppable ones, they lean in, they turn their pain into purpose, their frustration into fuel, their exhaustion into focus. The struggle teaches you things success never will. It teaches you humility, patience, and gratitude. It teaches you to respect effort, to honor progress, to appreciate every small victory along the way. You start realizing that struggle isn't your enemy, it's your ally. It's the training ground for greatness. Every time you overcome something that once felt impossible, your confidence grows. You begin to see yourself differently, not as someone surviving, but as someone conquering. The people who rise above the rest are not the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who kept fighting when it hurt the most. They learned to smile through pain, to stay calm in chaos, to adapt when everything fell apart. They became unstoppable, not because life was kind to them, but because they refused to bow to it. They learned to love the process, to trust the struggle, to see beauty in the grind. That's what separates legends from the rest, their ability to keep going no matter how bad it gets. Struggle is not there to break you, it's there to reveal the version of you that can't be broken. It's in those moments when you're alone, when no one believes in you, when you have to dig deep and keep moving even though you're exhausted. That's where power is born. That's where the ordinary turn into warriors. The struggle teaches you to rely on yourself, to find strength in silence, to keep faith when nothing seems to work. The truth is, you can't become unstoppable without the struggle. It's what sharpens your instincts, strengthens your heart, and builds your mental armor. It's what turns fear into focus and pain into perseverance. Every hardship is a lesson in disguise, preparing you for the battles ahead. The struggle is not the enemy of success, it's the price you pay for it. And those who are willing to pay that price, to walk through fire again and again, are the ones who rise above everything life throws at them. So when life gets hard, don't curse the struggle, embrace it. It's not there to hold you down, it's there to raise you up. Every drop of sweat, every moment of doubt, every ounce of pain is shaping you into the kind of person who doesn't just survive, but dominates. The struggle builds strength that no comfort can give, and it's that strength that makes you truly unstoppable.